we are live! Okay, yes everyone, Caturteer in the house here. Welcome to the Gamer Catgirl Hours with Caturteer. Alright, so today we are going to be having some Halloween story time. Hello everybody on Twitch, YouTube, as well as Bilibili. Everybody! Okay. As you all know, I'm streaming this during Halloween. Are you ready for some dark and deep stories? Yes, yeah. Okay, so all I'm gonna say is all the stories that I'm gonna be talking about today are 1000% real stories. Okay, yeah. And they're like 1000% real stories and no fake stories. Okay, yeah. Alright, so yeah, so are you all ready? Are you all ready for some Halloween stories, yeah? Okay, and yes, so what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be switching up to have some music. Yes, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go for some a slightly different tone of music from what I normally go for. But yes, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one done like this. Okay. Alright. Yes, we've got some spoopy musics in the house today. Alright, the Google library from Final Fantasy is playing in the background, yeah? And hello, Mogi! No. Okay. Alright, so today, Spoopy Day. Let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna start with everybody. Yes, yeah. Okay, so today I'm gonna be going a lot more ASMR. As you can tell, it's gonna be a lot more ASMR than usual because it's gonna be Spoopy time. Alright, I'm gonna be sharing with you at least 3 real stories. Okay, yeah. So every time I finish a story, I'll be discussing a bit with chat before going on to the next story. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I have no script. I'm just gonna tell all the stories as I experience them from memories. Okay, yeah. So be prepared. Okay, so the first story. It was happening one day, alright, yeah, where the cat was like, you know, in school building a project. Yes, yeah, like I was building a physical project that involved using cardboard to actually construct something, yeah. Alright, knowing the cat being the cat, Tonya, what the cat did was I actually started to do Gundam. I mean, isn't that like what you do with cardboard, yeah? You turn cardboard into Gundam, yeah. Alright, so you know, in the school, from the window the window of the workshop, okay, when you look out, the workshop was on the 5th floor, okay, yeah. But when you look out the window, you can see like this garden area, and then there's this park area that has like this long stretch of walkway that leads up to this, like, you know, this round stage area, round concourse stage area at the other end of the school. Okay, yeah. You can barely make out the concourse stage area from the windows that I was at, yeah. Alright, so what I did was, you know, I was like doing my work, and I started to have like, you know, it started to feel very weird, yeah, because the aircon in the school studio turns off at 10 PM. It was 11 PM. Right, yeah, I was rushing because the submission was the next day. I was spray painting, and at 11 PM, suddenly, alright, everyone in the room, I was not alone, okay, yeah. I was there with I think 5 or 6 people. Yes, yeah. with one of my best friends. Okay, not minimal art. Okay, yeah. And we're in this room and we're like, wait, isn't the aircon off? Yeah. Alright, the aircon was off. And we're like, no, this is not right. Yeah. Okay, it's getting colder and colder. Okay, really, really cold. Yeah. Alright, and we're like, hey, everybody, something is wrong. Oh, did somebody turn on the aircon? Did somebody forget to turn off the aircon? Like, no, this is getting scarily cold here inside a room that was usually really warm and hot. At 11 PM, okay, yeah? The aircon has been off for over an hour. It was a hot day, okay, yeah? And all of us are like shivering and we're like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put on my jackets here, alright? So we'll put on our jackets and then we started to hear like, you know, this chattering noise coming from outside. Like, you know, when there's an event happening in school, you hear the noise coming from the park area which I spoke of earlier on here. You normally hear some noise coming from there in the afternoon when people are being rowdy and all, but this time we hear like, wait, it's kind of weird to hear noises coming from that place here. So, you know, we're like, okay, can we go check it out? Maybe they are having some events outside, midnight events here, which happens once in a while, especially during school orientation here, but does not happen during that period that we are having our projects here. So we peeked out. Actually, it wasn't really peek out. You know, we can just look through the whole window. It's not peeking yet. Alright, 3 of us. Okay, there are about 5 or 6 of us in the classroom here. I mean, so 3 of us were actually, you know, looking out the window at that point of time, and we saw this, you know, mummified person. Okay, this person that was like wrapped up in bandages or white cloth, hopping along the path. Alright, it was just very eerie, like, oh wait, why is this person all alone, hopping? Punta, 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 punta. Alright, I was like, oh no. Okay, we actually saw something weird. We're like, wait, that is a student right here? That is a student right here? And we're like, yeah, it probably is a student, but why would a student be wrapped up in white cloth and jumping towards the stage area? We're like all freaked out by the way, yeah? Okay. And then, you know, one of the guys was like, okay, so the three of us, 3 girls were looking at it and we were like saying, there's something creepy jumping. And then there's this guy who was like, you know, there's someone jumping there, yeah. There's somebody probably playing a prank, yeah. And then like saying, but it's really odd to see someone jumping in the middle of the night. Then yeah, I was like saying, okay. Then the guy was like, you know what, he's gonna go down. He's gonna check it out for us. Okay. So he went down. I mean, because the lifts don't function at the hour of the day. Okay, he had to like basically take the staircase down. So he go down the staircase. It was really noisy. You can hear all the echoes of the staircase here. And he was at the first floor. He went to the park area. We saw him run. Okay, I saw him catching up with the white color thing here. Okay, the white color person wrapped in cloth, jumping right here. And eventually, when, you know, he was about to reach the person, when this white color person jumped into the stage area, where we can't see down at the stage area, okay, yeah, but he jumped towards the area, and when our classmate caught up, he froze there, okay, yeah. And then he quickly ran back to us at the 5th floor, right, yeah, and to us. I saw the person jumping. Alright? I saw a person jumping and panting really loudly, like we have all panting, okay, yeah? And what happened was when he reached, like, you know, the stage area, yeah, he went down like the staircase. Alright, and when my friend caught up, that person was gone. Not a single soul at the stage area. Empty. No one. That jumping person vanished into thin air. Okay, so this was the first ghostly encounter I encountered in my school. Okay, yeah. End of the story. I'm sorry, there was like no better conclusion but that. Yeah. And hi everybody, I stayed a senpai. Yeah. Sorry, I can't read Japanese. Yeah. Please translate. And yeah, lolicon. Yeah. And hello, Eldera 210 Kato 21. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry, I was like, telling spoopy stories. Yeah. Okay, so that was what happened. Okay, like literally that person just vanished. Okay, the guy was so brave to go and check. He came out, his whole face was white. I was like, that person vanished. Where did they go? I was like, I don't know. So alright, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, okay, yeah. And Aspen, happy Halloween, yeah. Yes, I'm sharing ghost stories right now. So I just finished the first one, yeah. Okay, I cannot remember the name of the ghost, okay, but apparently this is actually one of the one of the traditional ghosts from Malay folklore, yeah. Because in the Malay culture they are not allowed to cremate their bodies, yeah. Their bodies are going to be wrapped in a white cloth. There's no coffin, okay, yeah. It's just wrapped in a white cloth and they bury the body, yeah. Okay? So apparently in the Malay culture, the Muslim culture, alright, yeah, they actually have like this, like the undead bodies coming out and jumping around, yeah. There is a term for the ghost. I just cannot remember the name for the ghost, yeah, but that's actually a legit ghost. Yeah. So we actually saw it, yeah, and we're like, okay, and if anybody's wondering, yes, our school was actually built on a cemetery before. Like, it was a cemetery before then, yeah. So yeah. And that was the first time we encountered something. So this school of mine, okay, is really scary. There's like consistently a lot of ghost stories here, and I encountered a few here. Yeah. Okay, so that ghost was ghostly. All of us freaked out. And this wasn't even during Halloween. Yes, yeah. It's something like 僵尸, but it's not the Chinese one, it's the Malay Muslim one. It's something similar, yeah. Because the 僵尸 are not wrapped up in white cloth. This one is wrapped up in white cloth, so it's a different type of ghost, if you get what I mean, yeah. Yeah. So that was the first ghost story, okay? And I start with the one with, the least creepy one, okay? Yeah, I start with the least creepy one, okay? Alright, so shall we go on to the second story? Second story, everybody, are you ready? Are you ready for the second story, yeah? And the second story is creepier, also in the same school, okay? The same building, okay, yeah? Okay. Alright, so here we go, alright? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Alright, so do you remember me talking about the area I was doing my project on the 5th floor? Okay. From the 5th floor, you can look up to the 6th floor. At the 6th floor, there's like, this walking area. Okay, like this is pathway you can see from the 6th floor. And on the 6th floor, they hang a lot of paintings. Alright, yeah. So, alright. One day, one of my seniors, okay, let's call her Frog Senpai. Well, literally her name is Frog, so okay. So Frog Senpai actually was doing a project. She's filming, alright. Yes, it's on the 6th floor. So Frog Senpai was filming, and then that was actually this hallway that we are all told not to film at. Okay, like they said it was due to secret documents or something like that, yeah. So we're like, okay. For example, I was like, alright, I'm gonna film this area, but I'm not gonna film any documents, okay, yeah? So on the 6th floor. Alright, we're filming. She was filming, I wasn't there, okay, yeah? She filmed. There's nothing wrong, they finished their filming. They went to the editing room. Okay, they went to the editing room. And then when they were reviewing the footage, there's this painting. You know, a painting where someone's like just looking at the side, like just the side view, the profile view, you can't see the front of the head. And there's this painting where the painting was just looking at the side, okay? Of this lady. Alright, and inside their footage, the head turned. Like literally the head turned and faced the camera. Inside the footage, yeah. Alright, the lecturer actually saw this, the lecturer saw this, and the teacher was like, we told you not to film in the area. Don't film there. They actually confiscated the footage, deleted the footage, and after that, they gave them 1 week extra to film their project. Alright, so I didn't know what happened until I saw Frog Senpai in the canteen, okay, in the cafeteria, and she's like screaming and yelling, saying like, why we film everything perfectly, yeah, and then the teacher had to like, you know, the teacher had to like end our project, confiscate our footage, yeah, and just like screaming, it's just a head turning, okay. Alright, so you know, she was like making a lot of noise, like, why did the head turn? Why did the head like not turn or something? Why could the head like not turn? Okay. So I was like, oh. I mean, yeah, seeing that will make me want to fall more exactly, yeah. So okay, I didn't want to, alright. So that's a weird thing, yeah. Personally, I don't know if I've ever told you, yeah, I'm pretty sensitive to such things, so immediately I knew which painting she was talking about, yeah. Even though there are a lot of paintings inside, like, you know, along the hallways, I know that one painting, I know which painting that was, yeah. Like, straight off, I was like, oh, that painting at that corner. Just like, yeah, that painting, yeah. Alright, so after that, I was like, okay, nothing happened. Okay, nothing happened for months. But take note that the painting was next to the Mac room, the Mac lab, okay, where there's a lot of Macintosh Mac Pros inside there for us to do video editing, yeah. So yeah, it was next to the Mac lab. Okay. So once again, cat being the cat, okay, yeah. A few months later, I was actually editing my project. Alright, yeah. It was not a last minute thing, but I was like, you know, hey, I want to finish this early, yeah, so I'm gonna edit my project, and I'm gonna like, you know, okay, it was the cat being like, you know, the cat. I was like, alright, so on day 1 we're given like footage for like projects 1 to maybe 6, okay, yeah, like all the projects, okay. So we could either like, you know, do it once every week, like edit once a week, or we can just sit down one shot and edit all 6 of them. So I decided to edit all 6 of them, yeah. Okay. So I edited the project. Alright. And I was not alone. Okay, I think I was with my other editor friend. So it was like 2 of us. Yeah, there should be 2 of us inside the room, yeah. Okay. So 2 of us were in the room. So we're like, okay, we finished like 4 of the projects. We're like, okay, and we're done. Let's head home. Right, as we head home, we open. Okay, when we opened the door, the first thing we saw was the painting. And, you know, the painting was looking at us. Like the painting felt 3D. I don't know how to describe it. It was so freaky. Okay? You know, like when you have a painting sideways, yeah? It's like flat, but I felt like the head popped out. Like you can see the whole head 3D, and you can see like the second eye, because you know, drawn on the painting is only 1 eye. You could see both eyes staring at us from the painting. I was not making up things because I was not alone. The two of us screamed and ran out of the school. Okay, yeah. So literally this painting is staring at us. Okay. And the next day, alright, we went back to check on our work because we save our work in the school computer here. All the work we had edited that night was gone. Okay, all the work we edited that night, the file was corrupted. Both me and my friends here, we're using separate PCs, but both were corrupted. We basically stayed late that night for no reason here. Okay, and that scary painting was still hanging there until the day I graduated. Yes, yeah. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, honestly, if you want me to be honest, yeah. Alright, yes, we saw a very scary painting. The painting turned around, okay? And the painting is like, you know, you can see it from the side and on, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's really scary to actually see the painting like this, yeah. But let me tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to smash that painting that day. Because the painting corrupted my work, okay? It corrupted all my save files inside the school lab, okay? The computer lab, yeah? I know, you know, when we opened the door, we saw like this painting that was like only halfway. And then suddenly turn and look at us with both eyes when there's only one eye painted, yeah? Let me tell you, I feel like smacking the painting, even until today, yeah? The reason why I hate the painting so much, yeah, is because it made me lose one entire night worth of work, yeah? Okay? Bad painting. Bad painting, yeah? Bad. I know, right? The root goes corrupting my files, my project files, yeah? And hi Sky Breath. Yeah, how's it meowing? Right now I'm talking Halloween stories. Not really Halloween stories, just some spoopy stories that actually happened to me, like for real. Okay, yeah. So I'm just sharing them, no script. So if I go like one merry-go-round or I miss out details, it's because no script. And I'm just telling the stories as I experience them and remember them. Yes, yeah. So I was very pissed that the ghost corrupted our editing files, yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, the reason why I remember this so clearly, yeah, is first of all, the ghost caused my frog senpai, okay, to actually need to redo her project, okay, even though she's like given 1 week extension to finish her project, yeah, she's like, I have to refilm my whole project because I caught some curse footage, okay, yeah. And then me, I saw that head turn. Alright, and corrupted all my save files. I'm like, seriously, what the meow is wrong with this ghost? I don't know. This haunted painting is terrible, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if the painting is still in the school, yeah, but yeah, the painting basically costs us our work, yeah, okay? So this painting is bad because this painting corrupts our schoolwork. Yeah, I know. It was a very scary experience, yeah. But trust me, it really makes you want to like smack this painting, okay? Like burn it or something like that, yeah. Okay, ever since that I had this hatred for the painting, okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that is one of the you know, I don't know if you call it a good end or bad end, okay, yeah. Okay, but it was not a very good situation, okay, yeah. Okay. So how are you finding a story so far? Are they creepy enough or are they not creepy? I think so far they are not that creepy. They're like, you know, right, they're not that creepy yet, right? Yeah, right, yeah. Okay. Okay. Now let's go on to the next story, shall we? Are you ready for the next story yet? Too busy playing Genshin. Let me tell you what's creepy, okay? You hit PT and you get a TT. Okay, yeah. Alright. So. Okay, so let's go on to the next story. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go. Alright, so today I'm gonna share with you another story. This is gonna be the third story, okay, yeah? Alright. Yes, so here's the third story. Okay. Same school building, alright? Okay, so just to share with you, our school has I think 6 or 7 buildings, okay, yeah? So this one is in the same school building again. Third floor. Alright, this is on the third floor, yeah. So there is this, there's this like rumor, okay, that there's this red lady that exists. Okay. Alright, so there's this red lady in our school who is sometimes seen wandering around at a long red dress. Okay. So this red lady, I was in year 3. Yes, I was in year 3. Okay, so I was 2 years there and I never saw this red lady. Yes, yeah. Alright, 2 years plus I was there, I didn't see this red lady. And then, there was one day, I was just working in one of the classrooms, okay? So, when I was in the classroom, I was working, I was just working. Alright, and once again, it was around, I can't remember the exact time, yeah, okay? This was definitely still within the, okay, it was probably around 10 o'clock, yes, yeah? Because the aircons just turned off, okay? Right? I didn't stay that long that night, yeah. So, I was like, okay, the aircon's off, time to pack up. Right, so I started back up. I put everything in my bag. Okay. So after I walked out the corridor, there was like this small little corridor. I walked out. It's like an indoor corridor first, okay? And then I opened the door to the outdoor corridor. So to describe this place, yeah, when you exit this place, it is basically like, walkway where you go left and right, and in front of you was an empty spot, okay, that had nothing there. I was like, if you jump down there, you probably like break a bone or two, yeah. Okay, so it was basically the open area already. So when I exited the door, I saw the red lady floating at the open area. It was so weird. She was so floaty, her clothes were so flowy. I don't know if she was looking at me or looking out in the open. I literally panicked. Okay, and I went back into the corridor and hid in the classroom and quickly called my friend who I knew was still nearby. Okay, yeah. But I know she was like, I think a room or two away from me. I was like, please come and fetch me. I just saw the red lady. Okay, yeah. So my friend was like, whatever, okay? And so my friend came to find me, right? And she was like, by the way, this friend, yes, she is like, she's the manliest girl I've seen. I mean, like, she doesn't look manly, but she's like so brother. I don't know how to describe me, okay? But yeah, so she came to come and fetch me. Alright, from the room. I was like panicking, I was shivering, and she's like, what are you talking about? You're talking about a red lady, yeah? Did I like hear too much stories and all? Okay. Alright, and then, we exited the room. Okay. I was like, okay, you go off first. Alright, like you exit the room first, yeah? Make sure the coast is clear. Alright. So after my friend exited the room, okay, what happened next. Kwa sini kwa! Ah! You stand there for what? You scaring my friend, you know, yeah? She literally shouted at the red lady. She literally saw the red lady and she shouted at the red lady. and then after that, she said the red lady just vanished. Seriously, that was the story. I'm not even joking. I was like, I was so stunned at my friend. I was like, yeah, the red lady exists. Yeah, she's there. Yeah, we confirmed she's there. Yeah, she just shouted at the red lady. And then she said, like, the red lady after just, like, you know, vanished like smoke or something like that. Like, it just became blurry vision and she vanished. Yeah, but yeah, my friend literally saw the red lady then. Yeah. Okay, that was the real story. Okay, yeah, real story. Yeah, I was panicking. I was like, you know, shivering and crying, and she just shouted at the red lady. Alright, so that was the end of the red lady. I never saw her again. Yes, so yeah, there you have it. The story of the red lady. Yada yada, does it? Okay, so that was the story of the red lady. Okay, everybody, got it. Okay, so that's the third story, right? The first one was the jumping, then the painting, then yeah, that's the third story. Okay. Alright, so in this school building, that was the only 3 stories that I have on that one block. Okay, yeah. But this is not the only story I have from the same school. Okay. Alright, so yeah. Okay, that was a very scary experience. Turned into a jaw-dropping incident for me. Also, yeah, I was like, you shout at ghosts. Okay, by the way, to translate kwa simi kwa, okay, yeah, it's basically see what see, okay, like what are you looking at, yeah, like literally, my friend just scolded the ghosts. Okay, yeah, that laugh though. Yeah, sky breath, yeah. And that's a Ren Tokukami. Thank you so much for the follow, yeah. And welcome to Nyankusa family. Yes, yeah. Alright, we're talking about some ghost stories, real life ghost stories that I personally experienced, yeah. They may not be the scariest things out there, but these are the actual real ghost stories I experienced. Okay. Alright, so let me give Momo a bit of piano for her. Yeah, I got back to story time. Okay, yeah. Alright, are you ready for the 4th story? 4th story? Okay. Alright, the 4th story is... Okay, let's take a break from this school, okay? Let's go to my other school. Alright, yeah? So this one is actually a really scary one. This one is actually a scary one, yeah. Okay. Alright, so alright, this story starts with, you know, okay, some of you might know this story if you know which building I'm talking about, yeah? Yeah, I am near Ren Tokukami, yes, yeah? Okay, so. Alright, so today, now let's go on to the next one, okay? Alright, so the next story. Very scary story. Okay, this one is actually scary. This one is legit scary, okay, yeah? Alright. I'm not I'm just gonna give a disclaimer. Alright, this is not a religious channel. Neither am I like very religious to begin with, okay, yeah? Alright, but this story will involve a bit of religion. Because I was in a Christian school. But look at me now. I became a genius catgirl, so that's fine, okay, yeah? Alright, so anyways, okay. So here, the story starts, okay, yeah? So, one day, alright, not the same school as the previous 3 stories, yeah? Okay. Alright, we have, okay, before that, let me just... Alright, bye-bye, Rentoko Kami! Yeah, see you again! Hope to see you around, yeah! Alright, so anyways, back to the story. So, I was in school, okay? I was doing art. And, in art room, in art classroom, okay, yeah? I have a very bad habit of staying there till I almost missed my last transport home. Yes, yeah. Alright, so once again I was in the art room doing my work. Alright, I was drawing hot guys. If you are curious which hot guy I was sketching, given that period of time, I probably was sketching Mizushi, my hero, Kamen Rider Kabuto. I was sketching the guy. Okay, I was so obsessed with him. Even my teachers like, why are you drawing the same guy over and over again? So anyways. Okay, so anyways, yes, hot guy. Okay. And for a little point of time, alright, I was like, you know, the uniform groups are having a camp. Yes, yeah, they're like staying overnight. Alright, they're camping overnight, yeah. So from the art room, okay, I can actually see the old school building, right? Yeah. So this old school building, alright, is there because it's it's an old heritage building. So apparently there are some really creepy things about the building, okay, yeah. Such as like there's this metal bulkhead at the basement of the building that cannot be opened. Alright. This metal bulkhead, based on history, right? The Japanese soldiers actually killed a lot of people and tortured them inside that room. Alright, and the room has become so horrible to the point that they cannot open the metal bulk doors anymore, right? Because apparently they said it was stuck by dried blood or something like that. Yeah. But okay, be it dried blood or what, the doors were so rusted they can't even open it, and opening it will basically damage it. Yeah. And they're like saying, alright, we're not gonna open this because this is a heritage thing, so they do not want to damage pieces of history. Yeah. So this room has been left closed forever. Ever since many people have died inside during the Japanese occupation in Singapore. Alright, yeah. So, in this building, there's also a bell tower. Alright? So, I'll tell a little horror story in this horror story. So, this bell tower, okay, every day, during every school day, they hate students, okay, would head up there and ring the doorbell. And they ring the doorbell, not doorbell, but they ring this very big bell 10 times. I say when dong, 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 and after the 6th bell, there was no more bells ringing. It was the end. They're like, wait, what happened to the student up there on the 6th bell? The 7th bell never came. Alright? And then, you know, they're like, okay, never mind, let's continue our assembly here. And after the whole assembly, they went up to check what happened. student had hung themselves on the string of the bell, and the numbers 666 written in blood next to him. Ever since then, the bell was taken down from the tower and never rung there again. Yeah. It's rang inside the courtyard of the school. It's on the bell tower. Alright, so every time they try to repaint over that, the 666, alright, a face appears on the dried paint. They painted it again and again and again, and in the end, the face is still there. Alright? So from the art room, I could see the old bell tower, and I can still see the face there. Right here. So the building is creepy. To be fair, the rest of the school was fine. It was just that one building that was super creepy. Alright? So that day, they say, the uniform groups are having an overnight camp. Yes, yeah. Alright, and in this overnight camp, alright, the group of boys, okay, because boys being boys, they're Kukunyanyan, that sounds a good idea to go into the old school building. So they went into the old school building. Right here. And then one of the boys started screaming out loud. Ah! 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 Okay, yeah. He had gone crazy and he started attacking the rest of his schoolmates. Okay, yeah. Alright. I panicked. I quickly locked up the art room and stared from the windows, yeah. But that boy was going crazy. He was swinging around and jumping like, jumping like an animal. Yes, yeah. So, at that point of time, right, everybody panicked, okay? They literally sounded a fire alarm over the crazy boy. Okay? So teachers came, they tried to hold him down, but he was able to push the teachers away. That was the scary part. Imagine like a student pushing multiple teachers away. Right? And he wasn't a big student, he was a small boy, a skinny boy. Yeah? But he was filled with immense strength. So that's when, the school pastor, who was actually staying overnight with the uniform group, right, yeah, came out and quickly, he tried to calm the boy down, but the boy wouldn't calm down, yeah. So he vanished for a bit, and he came back and he started splashing, like holy water on the boy, and the boy was like screaming, yelling, right, yeah. And they started, like taking, he took this wet towels wet with holy water to like pin the boy down on the floor, and then he started like, chanting prayers, chanting a lot of things like, be gone. And he literally performed an exorcism there. Yes, that was the first time, and so far the only time I saw an exorcism, but yeah, I did see the exorcism happen there. Okay, it was a very, very scary thing, yeah. Like literally, they had to do the exorcism, and when, the spirit also got exorcised, yeah. Dong! The bell rang from the bell tower, but there was no bell. There was no bell there, but the bell tower rang. Okay, so at the end of the day, the boy couldn't remember anything. He didn't even remember entering the old school building, yeah. Right, but the boys who were with him were saying, the moment he entered the old school building, yeah, right, suddenly his eyes turned white and he turned violent, yeah. Okay, and luckily, okay, for me, I was in the art room. I literally locked myself in the art room along with the art teacher, so the two of us were like shivering, going like, oh my god, what the meow is going on? Alright, plus, you know, that boy. Okay, yeah. Well, he was naughty. He was really one of those annoying twinks. So seeing a twink actually push, like, you know, muscular and big size teachers away is really scary. Yeah. I mean, in the end, it was. Alright, the pastor who stayed overnight. Okay, the school pastor who stayed overnight with this uniform that exercised the boy. Ever since then, we call the school pastor a superhero. Yes, it was literally a superhero, yeah. Okay, yeah, like that was one time I saw Exorcism. It was scary. Okay, yeah. Like, trust me, it is scary. Even though it was dark out there, I couldn't see like the whole thing like in full HD. Okay, 4K. Alright, yeah. But seeing, you know, like big size, like, you know, the physical education teacher, the PE teachers, yeah, the running teachers getting pushed away. Alright, it's so scary. It's like one muscular dude getting pushed away by a twink, yeah. Alright, so that happened. Okay, moral of the story: boys, stop being boys. Don't go into horror places, okay, yeah? Right, so that was the only ghost story I had from this school building, like this school, yeah. Okay, but that was like a very scary story, yeah. Okay. Alright. So how are y'all feeling cold yet, yeah? Getting a cold shoulder yet, yeah? I know my stories don't really have, like, you know, some... Okay, I think this is like the most violent story. I don't think this is the most violent story, yeah. That's often not the most violent story, yeah. Right, there was another violent story, yeah, okay, so... Alright. Now, let's go back to the other school, which, you know, so far you heard 3 ghost stories from there. From one building. But let's go to the other building, okay, yeah? So, the first building I was talking about was the design building, by the way. Okay, yeah? You have a Christian viewer. I think had done, yeah. Yeah, that was really scary, yeah. Alright. Okay, let me just I just ran through this really quickly, yeah, since I did talk about a Christian exorcism, yeah. Okay, I personally believe that ghosts and spirits exist. I mean, I've seen them. Okay, yeah. Alright, and also this exorcism definitely just made it more real. Okay, yeah. I don't believe, like, you know, I don't think that, you know, Christianity is like the only one that can exorcise, yeah. But I feel that in this incident, it's the it was a Christian exorcism that I saw, yeah. Holy water works magic. Prove it. I, as much as I'm not, like, you know, super I'm not like a very Christian person, yeah. But, you know, I can safely say that holy water works magic. I've seen it work as magic in front of me before. It's a blessing to have holy water. Yes, yeah. So don't underestimate the power of holy water. Seriously, okay? And yeah, booty. Yes, yeah, I'm doing not bad now. Sharing some real life ghost stories. Yes, yeah, that actually happened to me, or things I witnessed. Yes, yeah. Alright. So, okay. Now back to the other school, alright? The Christian school I've only got one ghost story because I didn't stay that late in school most of the days. Okay, well, the other school I stayed late, like, very often, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the 5th story. Back to the other school, which I've told 3 stories from. Alright, the 3 stories were from the design school building, yeah. Now let's talk about the science school building, okay, yeah. Alright, so the science school building, it's actually more scary compared to the design school, yeah. Alright, like, you know, we had like this discussion among ourselves, you know, like, you know, the ghosts in the design school are usually pranksters, you know. The ghost in the science building is disaster, yeah. Yeah. I really get storytelling. I'm just telling it like, you know. These are stories that actually encountered, yeah. Okay, like for real, okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the science building. Okay, this is going to be a very short story. The next story is going to be a very short story, yeah. It involves Frog Senpai, you know, the one who had her... She had to like redo her project because of the painting. Yeah, the same Frog Senpai, okay? Same Frog Senpai. Alright, yeah? So, right. Okay, so I want me start story by describing Frog Senpai this time, okay? So, to start the story, let's talk about Frog Senpai. Okay, yeah? I literally call her Frog Senpai, yeah, because Frog is literally in her name. I won't say her full name, but yeah, we call her Frog Senpai because her name has a frog in it, yeah. Okay, and she likes frogs, so that works, yeah. So Frog Senpai, alright, one day Frog Senpai was like, you know, okay, no, not one day. Okay, let's talk about Frog Senpai first, yeah. So Frog Senpai is someone who was very sensitive to spiritual things, yeah. She can actually see, like, you know, ghosts and spirits in broad daylight, yeah. Okay, and you know, she is the Frog Senpai who always tell us, like, you know, oh, avoid this area, there's a lot of spirits here, yeah. Like, she is very battle affected, so sometimes we do take detours when we're with her. When she's like saying, oh, this area has too many spirits, she feels very claustrophobic, like everything is around her, okay, yeah. Of course, those, I can sense them, I see them sometimes, but I'm definitely not as sensitive as Frog Senpai, okay. So, one day, we're preparing for Halloween, right, yeah. So, Frog Senpai was actually at the staircase. Alright, she's like, okay, she was preparing to put some Halloween decorations on the staircase. And then, you know, they were like trying to move things up the staircase as well, yeah. We had like props and all. And then, you know, the rest of the her schoolmates were like, you know, saying, hey, it's getting really heavy, like the things you're carrying, yeah. Like suspiciously heavy. I cannot remember which floor it was, okay, yeah. Alright, but generally we use the 5th and the 6th floor for our Halloween activities. But I cannot remember which floor this was, alright, yeah. But it might be on the 3rd or the 4th floor, okay, yeah. Where, you know, they're like trying to carry something up, yeah. And they're like saying, this is very heavy, alright, yeah. This, like, it was just a few bags of papers, but they're like saying papers and plastic, since it wasn't heavy stuff, yeah. But they're saying the bags were getting very heavy, yeah. Alright, so Frog Senpai was like, okay, should go down and check what's going on, because they like complained that the bags are getting very heavy. It was very difficult, also like unusually heavy. So Frog Senpai went down. Alright, they check what's going on. So Frog Senpai started scolding, alright, they saying, stop pulling on our bags. Alright, yeah, like she could see something pulling on the bags, we couldn't see, okay, yeah. The next thing that happened, I was not there, but I heard Frog Senpai scream, okay, yeah. And everybody panicking, okay, because Frog Senpai was lifted, alright, from her legs, like something lifted her legs up and she just hung upside down at the staircase area. Alright, and then basically she was hung upside down for I think a couple of seconds, but the people around her, so when she was let go and she fell, she didn't hurt herself, okay, badly at least, okay, yeah. But after that, you know, everybody was panicking, we went down, alright, and Frog Senpai was like, it hurts, okay, like she fell and she was like, in tears, just like crying, and I'll be like, what happened? We don't know, okay, yeah. So that day, Frog Senpai was wearing long jeans. Okay. So after that, she was like saying her leg just felt very uncomfortable. Right, when we were having a break after that, yeah. So she rolled up her jeans, and what we saw was a handprint grabbing onto the leg. A very, very dark handprint, like it was all bruised up. But it was not bruised that hurt. You know, normally when bruise hurt, you go like, you know, when something is bruised, you touch it, you can feel the pain. But just like, it's bruised up, but she didn't feel the pain. But her leg had a mark of a hand grabbing, like an extra large hand grabbing her leg. Alright, so that was the day that Frog Senpai got literally attacked by a ghost. Yes, yeah. Alright, so what do you think? Alright, so this one is not exactly me directly, yeah, but yeah, it was literally Frog Senpai. I was there. Alright, I heard Frog Senpai scream, but by the time I reached there, it was over. Okay, but it was later when I just saw the marks on Frog Senpai's legs. I was like, oh my, what the meow is that? I was like, it's a hand, right? Yeah, it's like a hand. Okay, you know, alright, now you take your hand, okay, and you tend to, like, you know, grab over your entire leg. Okay, you can't really reach, like, you know, your entire leg per se, yeah. But this hand was like so big, it like encompassed her entire leg, like the whole leg, yeah. Like, you know, like in between, like the knee and the ankle around there, it was like one big hand mark there, yeah. Yeah, like a giant hand. Okay, yeah, that was real. That was a real story, yeah. That's a real story, yeah. I didn't see her being hung upside down. She said she was hung upside down, yeah. People said she was hung upside down, yeah. But I saw the mark on the leg. Yes, yeah. Alright, so while I you know, I cannot like verify that she was hung upside down, yeah, I can tell you that the mark on the leg existed, yeah. That was the scariest mark I've seen. It was like bruised up, but it wasn't a hurting bruise. It was like bruised, but not pain, yeah. It did take a few weeks for the mark to go off though. And that was during Halloween preparation, yeah. Okay, so that year Halloween, and that was the incident that we encountered in that year's Halloween. Yes, yeah. One thing I had to say was that year was also a year. Okay, this is not really a story because this part is really not that scary, yeah. So I was actually initially put in this corner to actually do a jump scare for, well, like, you know, doing those we turned the entire hallway into like a Halloween hallway, yeah. A scary hallway, yeah. So I was put in this corner where I was supposed to, like, you know, scare people, yeah. Unfortunately, I had to change my position, yeah, because during our trial run, the that corner became very, very cold, like super cold, and then Frog Senpai was saying we need to move from that corner, yeah. Like, because Frog Senpai said that there's something there. It was like we intruded its corner, yeah. So it got really, really, really cold there, and just like saying we need to move, yeah. So that was what affected me, but that's not a very scary story, yeah. So you go there, it's like it's very cold, yeah. And then Frog Senpai comes in and say, people, you need to move, okay, yeah. Alright, so Frog Senpai was there for how many Halloweens? She was there. Okay, the first Halloween we did that. The second Halloween was the rooms. Oh, she was only there for one Halloween, yeah, because after that she graduated, yeah. Yeah, she graduated. She was like 2 years my senior. Yes, yeah, so one was a year one, she's year 3. Yes, yeah. Alright, so Frog Senpai graduated, but she came back quite often. She did come during the... There's one year after that she came back for Halloween, yeah. Then the third Halloween I had, she didn't come back, yeah. she was busy with real work. Alright, so let's talk about the second Halloween. The second Halloween, really nothing much happened yet. The only thing that actually happened was we lighted up candles, okay, and then that year Frog Senpai came in and told us to put out the candles and not use candles, because apparently candles was attracting spirits there. And like there was a huge gathering of spirits there because of the candles, but nothing much happened on the second year. The third year something happened. I mean, so are you ready for the story for the third year? Let me think. Yeah, that was my last story from this school. Yes, okay, this is going to be the last story of from this school. Alright, and also the second last story I'm going to share tonight. Okay, alright, so the last story from this school. It was Halloween preparations. Okay, I had this friend whom I'm still in touch with, by the way. Okay, he is 1 year younger than me, but he looks like he's a 30-year-old son. In school, okay. Alright, he is super huge size. Alright, he's like at least 3 heads taller than me. 3 or 4 heads taller than me, okay. Alright, and then he wears like a yakuza. He dresses up like a yakuza. And he literally wears like, those traditional Japanese clocks to school. Have you seen like those people who wear literally like those traditional Japanese pants? Okay, I can't remember the name. Alright, those very loose pants. He loves to wear his what's it called? Is it the hakama or the haori? The one that was you don't tie it up, it's just like wear on like a jacket. So he always wears it to school with his black sunglasses. Okay, so he literally looks like Yakuza. Okay, so our nickname for him was Kami-sama. Don't ask why we came up with some weird nickname. So it was Kami-sama, right? For those who are wondering, what was my nickname in school? My nickname was Nya. Literally, my nickname was Nya because I nyaed too much in school. Literally Nya. So if you're wondering how do I, go Nya all the time, it's because I was literally nyaing in school all the way. Like literally like this. Okay. Alright, so at school, what happened was, they're like, I was in year 3, okay, I had like juniors under me and they all call me Nya Senpai. Okay, Alright, so literally my name is just Nya Senpai. Okay, got it? Okay, so, alright, what happened was, this person who was younger than me, okay, he has a history where, I wouldn't say a history, but his family basically runs something like, a spiritual service at home, okay, I can't go into too much details here, but let's just say that his father does a lot of spiritual services for other people, okay, and his father actually, I can't say what service because his father is basically the top of the line in this spiritual service in Singapore. Okay? So his father, in Chinese beliefs, right, we burn a lot of prayer papers, okay, incense papers for the spirits. So his house, I've been to his house before, was filled with mountains of prayer papers, okay, in boxes. He said there are a lot of boxes of prayer papers inside, like all these holy prayer papers. And then for Halloween, he brought like a whole mountain of these boxes to help to construct props. Okay. So in this Halloween event, there were 8 rooms. Okay, so instead of using hallway, we decided to, why not we change it a bit? We decorate each room, and each room will be a theme. Yes, Alright, so we have 8 rooms. We had 4 rooms on the 6th floor, 4 rooms on the 5th floor. Okay, yeah. On the 5th floor, one room is our staff room, and the second room was the cafe. Okay, yeah. So there's 2 other rooms there, yeah. Alright. Alright, so Kami-sama's room was on the 6th floor at the corner. Below his room, okay, like on the 6th floor below his room, that was the staff room. Okay, yeah, just to give you a somehow perspective. Okay, so Kami-sama was on the 6th floor. So his room, they basically prepared something like, you know, a puppet room, right? Where they're like, you know, this when you enter a room, you basically are going to experience in a story where, you know, these there's this girl you meet at the start, and she will be turned into a puppet. Okay, yeah. It was a very, very good puppet show, and the puppet was made out of cardboards. It was so good. Okay, yeah. And it was really creepy. Right? So his room was made using a lot of cardboard, using the holy incense paper. Right? Yeah. So holy incense paper. Remember that. Okay, so now with 2 rooms down, okay, 1 for staff, 1 for cafe, we have 6 other rooms for scares. Okay, yeah. I cannot remember the exact scares of some of the rooms. Okay, yes, I'm just gonna be honest, I can't remember all of them yet. So, excluding Kami-sama's room, we have 5 rooms of scares. Okay, yeah. My room, okay, that I was in charge of, right, was this room where it was a quack doctor. Okay, yeah. So when you go in, literally we'll be performing a fake surgery, right? And this pregnant, you know, we made like a tummy, this pregnant tummy, a fake pregnant tummy, yeah, where, you know, you can tear open and inside you can pull out intestines, you can pull out a fake baby, right? It's like all bloodied up. Yes, okay. So initially was one of my juniors being the pregnant lady, yeah, and I was the one who was doing the management, or rather just, you know, overseeing what was going on in there, making sure that everything was moving properly, yeah. Okay, and then when the one group left, I'll have to, like, you know, start picking up all the pieces of the body parts, okay, yeah, and putting back into the tummy. That was my job. So the room next to us, okay, they're doing a graveyard. Alright, yeah. So there's like this, you know, at this corner of this room where there was a lot of plastic bags on the left and right of you. Okay, yeah, there was this portion where you had to walk past this plastic bags left and right of you, yeah. And there was one person, okay, there's only one person there who's supposed to have his hand stretched out and flail. So it looks like, you know, this is hand reaching out to you from the walls. Okay. Alright, so now we have that one done. Okay. I can't remember what the rest of the rooms were exactly. Alright, yeah. So let's start with my room. Okay, yeah. My room was next to Kami-sama's room. Okay. So what happened in my room was we started to find, you know, we made props of all this intestines and all, yeah. It got really scary because we spray painted them, okay? They were dry props. What happened was the props all were wet halfway through the night. At the actual night of everything, yeah. You know, when we picked up the props started to become very wet. We're like, who is wetting all our props? And it was not like, you know, your normal water wet. It was like those gooey wet. Like, ew! Okay? And I was like, you know, all the paint started like going on our hands literally turned bloody. Like, you know. like literally blood looking. It was very scary, and we're like, ew, you know, when we had to like pick up all the fake organs, and we were like, ew, this is actually wet now. We were so shocked it was wet. Right, yeah. And then we're like, this is not good, this is not good, this is not right. Okay, yeah. So, you know, I was like saying, okay, let's keep calm, let's carry on, yeah. Because we cannot, like, you know, just because our props are wet, we can't carry on. I don't know if I made the right decision then, yeah. Okay. So we're like, okay, that was wet, let's just carry on. We can still move with wet props, yeah, right? And here the person was playing, like, you know, the fake pregnant lady, she started saying that she didn't want to do it anymore, yeah. Okay, she started crying because something was grabbing on the legs non-stop, yeah. Like, she could feel very cold hands grabbing her legs, yeah. It's like, no, there's something at there grabbing legs, yeah. So I told her, okay, maybe you're not feeling too well. I asked her to go down to the staff room, and the best person to replace her was me, because everyone else had the role to do, yeah. So I was like, okay, I put on the pregnant lady suit, okay, and then I lied down on the table, okay, yeah. And then, right, the first group of customers came in, nothing wrong. Alright, the second one, okay, as they also got doing, like, you know, the fake tearing apart the tummy and pulling out the organs, yeah, I could literally feel something grabbing my leg. Like, you know, it's like cold wet hands grabbing my leg, okay. And I was like, oh my god, what was it? I literally started screaming, okay. Everyone was like thinking my acting was suddenly, you know, top tier, yeah. I was like, I was screaming, but I didn't want to say what was wrong, yeah, because, you know, trying to be professional, I didn't want to like scare the people then, yeah. Okay, like literally I could feel like wet hands grabbing my legs, yeah, okay. Right, anyway, my face was covered, so I couldn't tell it was like, you know, somebody who was actually grabbing my legs or what, but I was literally screaming at the top of my voice, yeah. Okay, and okay, so that group left, and then I could, you know, they're like, you know, packing up and preparing for the next one, yeah, and I asked, who was the one grabbing my legs with wet hands? And they was like saying, no one. Okay, like literally, no one, yeah. Okay, in fact, you know, I was like, I know it was wrong. In a way, it was impossible to be no one, okay, yeah, but I was like, okay, tell you what, the next group that comes in, okay, I don't want my face covered with a cloth, yeah, okay, I'm gonna like see it for myself, alright, yeah. True enough, the next group that came in, I could feel someone grabbing my legs, wet legs, doing that same procedure again, yeah, like, you know, when they're putting on the fake organs, someone's grabbing my legs, but there was no one there. I could feel my legs all grabbed by something wet and cold, but there was no one there. Literally, there was no one there. Okay. Alright, after that, I decided to tell everyone, people, we're gonna call off this room, like, you know, we're gonna like shut down this room here, and tell everyone that this room is not gonna operate. So we have one room down. So I said, it should be fine, yeah. We have one room down. There is at least, you know, 6 other rooms operating here. So, okay, never mind. We close one room, there'll be 5 other rooms operating here. So when I called for the room to close down, then I realized we were the 3rd or the 4th room to close down here. Yes, we're the 3rd or the 4th room to close down here. Okay, because not the room. Okay, so remember, I'm sandwiched between Kami-sama and one more room. Okay, yeah. Kami-sama was the ones doing the puppet one. The other room had the very dark alley and the fake graveyard. Okay, yeah. So I was technically the last room to close for the night. Last room to close early for the night, yeah. Because we're supposed to run from, like, you know, 6 PM all the way down to about 11 PM. We close at around 8. Yes, yeah. We close very early. So after that, you know, I was like, okay, let me go. Realized, huh? The other rooms closed. The only 2 rooms left was like Kami-sama's room and the room next to us. Yeah. Okay. So what happened in the other rooms? We had someone, I cannot remember the exact details, but there was someone who fainted. There's another group was like, you know, a group of like 10 of them all having very bad headaches. Okay, yeah. And the other rooms, the things, the props are falling apart, something along those lines. Yeah. Okay, I remember one was a prop failure, one was fainted, one was severe headaches in the whole team. Right, that was why the other 3 rooms closed. Yeah. In my room, we had one casualty who was like freaked out by the legs, and I was the second casualty. Yeah, because I didn't think it was real until I experienced it. Yeah. Okay, so that was when, okay, we decided, okay, everybody whose rooms are closed, go down to the staff room. We have to stay there and figure out what is going on here. At the end of the day, right here, only Kami-sama's room and the room next to us, okay, the other room next to my room here, was operating till 11 PM. Right here, Kami-sama's room went perfect. That's 0 hiccups. Nothing went wrong. Okay, they're very happy here. The room next to us, okay, remember I told you we put trash bags on the left and right and you had like this narrow way to walk past here? Apparently, you know what was the feedback we read in people's, you know, they said, nah, nothing much really went wrong here, okay? So, based on the feedback, you know, we had a feedback form, we had people actually like fill up the forms here. One of the feedbacks was, and the feedback that popped up a lot there, okay, yeah, that actually scared the rest of us during our debrief here, was that they saying in that small alley, when you had plastic bag left and right here, somehow we managed to squeeze like tens of people within the alley with all the hands coming out here, and it was very freaky and very hard to walk past. Now, if you remember what I said, there was only one person there, which means there should only be one pair of hands. But the guests were saying there were tens of hands there. Yeah. Like they were saying it was so hard to walk across because there's so many hands. But it was creepy. Yeah. Which also means, aside from one real pair of hands, the rest belong to the ghost, the dead of the school. The end. How was that one? How was that one? Yeah. Okay, like honestly, that was one of the scariest Halloweens I've been through, yeah, because we literally had, like, you know, I had wet things touching my leg. I freaked out, by the way, yeah, okay. And when I looked at it, I realized I can feel the touch, but there's no one there. There's no one touching my feet. Let me just tell you, that feeling is... Okay, I'm actually semi-crying out. That feeling was scary, okay, yeah? That feeling was... Okay, to top it up, yeah, it was really, really bad that, you know, the room next to us, well, there was no, like, complaints, but reading that suddenly there was, like, so many hands in the alley near, or like, we only had one person assigned to that corner. If you have tens and many hands, then yeah, I can tell you it's so scary. Okay, like you know, I know our guests were scared by that thing and they saying it was a good scare, yeah. But reading that feedback on multiple forms was even scarier for us. Yeah, we're like, holy shit. Yeah. That's why I saved this school story for the last of the school, yeah, because that was like the scariest one. Okay, and yeah, so after that incident, okay, many years later, okay, so now this is a continuation, right? Yeah, it's not the scary part now. So many years later, you know, I was at Kami-sama's house. We were making stuff, yeah, and then he was like saying, yeah, oh, well, I say, oh, well, I need to make a prop, yeah, and I needed cardboard, yeah. He was like saying, no problem, no problem. There's like a whole mountain of cardboard there, yeah. And I was like saying, all your, you know, holy paper cardboards, yeah. I said, yeah, the holy paper cardboard. Then two of us were like, wait a moment. These holy papers basically chase ghosts away, right, yeah? That's like, yeah? Alright, so all these holy papers, technically, if the boxes contain holy papers, yeah, technically the boxes would be a bit holy, right? So the reason why his room was perfectly fine because his room was holy and well protected, yeah. And we were like saying, so the reason why all the other rooms were in a disaster zone was because, you know, the holy paper could have angered all the ghosts in the area. Yeah? Like, imagine, you know, you go into ghost territory and flood the area with holy paper. Yeah? For no apparent reason, yeah. With no prayers, nothing. Okay, just flood the room with holy paper. Yeah. Alright, I think, like, if somebody comes to my house and started, like, you know, putting things like that I don't like, if they come to my house and start putting like cockroaches everywhere, yeah, I will scream. I'll be furious, yeah. Yeah, I think that was literally what triggered, like, you know, all the rooms to turn into disaster zone except his room, yeah. Except Kami-sama's room, yeah. Does that make sense, yeah? Does that make sense? Like, yeah, that is like the only room that was safe. Everything went perfectly fine, yeah. And it was the only room that was stacked filled with holy paper cardboard. Yes, so yeah, it was like after a few years, you're like, wait a minute, could it be holy paper cardboard caused the entire disaster that year? Alright, because it was not, you know, we have done Halloween for many years, yeah, but we never had an incident where the entire area was so-called attacked except one room, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we basically concluded many years after that yeah, it was the holy paper boxes, yeah. Okay, so after that we're like saying, alright, so next time if you're ever gonna do like any Halloween stuff, yeah, we're gonna go to this house and take holy paper and make sure the entire area is filled with holy paper to keep us safe. Okay, so that is what happened, yeah. Okay, now are you ready for the last story I'm gonna share with you tonight, yeah? Last story? Who's ready for the last story? Yes, yeah. Last story? Ready? Yes? No? Maybe? Perhaps? Yeah? Okay, so last story. Let's go. Alright, so as last story doesn't take place in I don't know. Alright, this last story. No, I can't be a frog for 2 minutes. No frog on ya. Okay, we're gonna go for the last story. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, Jack Guppy. Yeah. We're gonna go for horror stories, okay? Okay, yeah. So this horror story, let me just set the premise. It's not in a school, okay, yeah. Alright, so one day, the cat was like in this what's it called? You know, those team building activities, yes, yeah. So we're on this. I was like in this team building activity, not in school or anything. Yeah, it was for work. Okay, yeah. So we had to like go outdoors and camp in the forest. Okay. So trust me, I hate camping in the forest. Yeah, I hated the whole experience. Yeah. Alright, so when we were setting our tents and all our stay time, we had to literally dig our own toilets. Trust me, I hated it then. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we had to dig our own toilets. We had to set up our tents. My tent was very poorly set up. Okay. And then I mean, from what you know, I can sometimes see some ghosts and spirits. Yeah. So the area we were sleeping at, right? I started to try sleep. Okay. Pretty early. Right? I was really tired, so I took I would say an early evening nap. Okay, yeah, because we had very early dinner. Right. Then someone stood up and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna sleep first. Yeah. So I don't know what time I woke up. Right, yeah. I did set an alarm to wake up at about 7 a.m. Right? Right, yeah. But I didn't know what time I woke up in the middle. Okay, yeah. Because they were telling me, alright, we had to wake up to practice this team night navigation thing. Yeah, we had to walk around and find our way around the forest in the middle of the night or something like that. Yeah, along a certain path. Right, yeah, so we had this. They actually put light sticks along the way, and we're supposed to walk and follow light sticks. Okay. Alright, so I grabbed onto my friend's hand, and then we started walking together. Okay, yeah. And then I started to say, wait, something didn't feel right now. Okay, because all of a sudden my friend stopped walking. I know I was grabbing onto his hand. Okay. Not a guy that I like. Okay, to be honest, I'd rather not grab his hand. Yeah, but it was really dark and pretty creepy. Okay. If I had a choice, I wouldn't grab this guy's hands anyways. Yeah, so I was grabbing onto his hands. And suddenly he stopped moving. Okay. Alright, and then I was like, oi, move here. I cannot see the light sticks near. I've been following you all this while near. Okay. And then I was like, it's very scary in here. I'm seeing a whole crowd of people moving. There's so many people trying to move around the forest here. And I don't know which direction I'm supposed to go in here. Okay. And then, right, somebody grabbed me from behind. Okay, I screamed. Okay, and I realized, the person who grabbed me from behind was my dead friend. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't really call him from my colleague. Yeah, okay. My colleague grabbed me from behind. I was like, I screamed. Like, wait, why am I panicking? Yeah, I was like, wait, when I holding onto your hand and walking along, and then I realized I wasn't holding onto his hand. Yeah, I was actually holding onto a tree. I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah, what? Meow. I was holding onto the tree. I wasn't holding onto the guy's hand. I was like, okay, now I'm freaking out. Yeah. Okay, then I say, I grabbed onto him this time, and I was like, so which direction are we supposed to go? Yeah. Okay. By the way, we had maps, but I didn't read the map, by the way, yeah, because I can read maps. You know that already. Yeah. So, alright. So I was like, which way? I'm just gonna follow you. Okay, yeah. And I was like saying, oh, just follow that group of people. I say, which group of people? There's so many people around me right now. Yeah, it's like a crowd around me. I cannot tell which group I'm supposed to follow. Yeah, and then he told me, there's only one group of people. There's no crowd. I mean, yes, the team bonding session there was 50 plus people near, but at that point of time, there's only I think you're saying like very few people around. I was like, it's just a straight path. There's only one group of people there. Just follow them. I was like, no, I cannot see one group of people. I can only see like a horde of people everywhere. Yeah. Trust me, I was freaking out. Yeah. Okay, so literally, I was like, my colleague then just brought me back to the correct path. I was shivering as I walked because last time I said that Frog Senpai actually had the issue of like feeling claustrophobic with a lot of spirits around her. Yeah, I was literally feeling that for the first time ever. Okay, and so far it's the last. So far, I hope it stays the last. Yeah. So literally, there was so many people around me. It felt like I was in a crowd, but I wasn't really in the crowd. It was so weird. Okay, yeah, I see a lot of people, but as I walked towards them, they kind of like were not there. But in the distance, like like maybe 1 to 2 meters distance, it was really dark by the way. Yeah, so in a short distance, I could see them. But when we walked past them, they were not there. I was so freaked out by it. Yeah. Okay, so literally we finished our rounds. Okay, and I didn't dare to go in. Okay, 2 reasons here. Alright, I didn't dare to go and pee because I didn't dare to go alone. Neither did I dare to ask like this guy colleague to follow me because he was assigned to like buddy with me. Yeah, so I was like, the whole night I didn't go to the toilet even though I needed to go to the toilet because I didn't dare to go alone, number 1. Yeah, number 2, even if I didn't go alone, I didn't want like a guy to be there while I pee. Okay, I so weird. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I was like, okay, I was so freaked out the whole night. I was suffering. I could not sleep anymore. Yeah. So at around 7 AM, we were all told to like gather at another corner, and then they set up a small campfire there, and they like told us a plan for the day and all. But I was so distracted I couldn't look at the campfire. Okay, yeah. Alright, like I felt like around the campfire there's more than just the people I was supposed to be with. Yeah. And eventually, okay, the sun started to rise. Yeah. Okay, this was when I had it was a very very trippy vision. Okay, yeah, where I literally saw like the crowd of shadows just walking away from the sunlight until eventually they were like all gone. I didn't know how to describe it, but it's like when the sun come up, the people like walking away, like you can see the crowd walking away. Yeah, but when the sun's finally like shine properly, they're like all gone. Yeah, it's just so weird. Like I could literally see them walk away from the sun. Yeah, I've never experienced that yet. But yes, so I would never want to go outdoor camping again. Yeah. At least in the forest. Yeah, like, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, because I did see really really scary things here. Maybe with girls, maybe yeah, but with guys. I didn't dare to use the toilet there, yeah, so that's one of the scariest things I encountered. But yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry it didn't like end with like a very fascinating ghost story or what, yeah. No proper conclusion, but that was a very very scary experience, yeah. Okay, yeah. Alright, so okay. I think I'm at my limit today. Alright, I did have some other ghost encounters here, but they were all like, not very significant. Yeah, I think these are like the more significant ones. Yeah. And yeah, this should be good enough, right? Okay, but yeah. So, of course, most of my stories came from one particular school. If you can figure out the school, especially if you know which painting that school is from, or where the painting is from and the red lady is from, yeah, it's pretty obvious, yeah. But alright, but yeah, that was the story. Okay, everybody. was it? Did you enjoy this story time? Yeah. Hello, Pixel Essie, Pixelessie. Hi, hi. Yeah. Sorry, I can't read Japanese. Yeah. All right. Nihongo wa dekinai de ne. Alright, if you write in like, Romanji, maybe I can try to read it, yeah, but I can't read Japanese in general, yeah. I can speak and understand a bit, but not Japanese itself, yeah. Yeah. Actually, the incident, I was really scared to death, yeah. Like, the last two I shared with y'all was literally the ones that scared me to death, yeah. Like, they're so far my two worst experiences with, spoopy stuff, yeah. Yeah, so that was literally what I experienced, yeah. Okay, the thing about spoopy stuff is, yeah, I know sometimes you can see it, but just my general thought on things, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Pixelossi, I really can't read what you're typing, yeah. Comment, yeah, side. Alright, so, yeah, I don't know. When you're looking at spiritual stuff and all, yeah, like, all this ghost stuff and all, yeah, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but I could never make out, like, their faces, yeah. Yeah, like, I couldn't make out the faces, yeah, like, well, I was looking at the, let's say we're looking at the, actually, the only one which I can really make out the face is, like, the painting, yeah. I've never made out the face of the rest of them, yeah. Even like the red lady, I know she was there, but I couldn't even tell if she was facing me or not, yeah. And even like, when I was looking at the camping incident, yeah, I couldn't even tell where they're facing. I just knew there was something human looking there, but not human, yeah. And yes, yeah, Pixelassi, thank you so much, yeah. And yeah, do you like this kind of story time stuff, yeah? If yes, maybe one day, I can do more stories, but if you're asking me from my personal experience, yeah, I'm pretty much out of spoopy stories, yeah. These are like, I don't pluck spoopy stories from the air, okay, yeah? So, I only have X amount of spoopy stories because only X amount of spoopy things happen to me, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, the rest was like, oh, I think I saw something there, yeah, but it's, that's it, yeah. I was like, walks past, oh, I see a human there, yeah. I think I see a human there, yeah. Walks a bit more, oops, human is gone, yeah. Maybe it's not a human after all, yeah. But that's about it, yeah. I can't English, is bad. I'm sorry, I can't Japanese much, yeah. Okay, so, but yeah, that comes to the end of Halloween story time. Alright, Pixelassi, Skybreath, Jack Guppy, thank you so much for staying with me for the story time, yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yes, yeah. I'm really sorry that I can't speak much Japanese, yeah. The kind of Japanese I can speak is like, Omae mo shindeiru de nya. Yes, yeah. I wonder you might share your spooky story you had. Ah, okay, yeah. Alright, so with this, yeah, thank you so much for joining me for tonight. I those on YouTube and Bilibili side. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna be ending stream first. Okay, so if you want to join me for more gamer catgirl hours, yes, yeah, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like it. Alright, yeah. Like it, like this video if you like it. Leave a comment. Anything would do, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I usually do gaming content on this channel. I do, I might have a bit of like chat and just reactions happening on this channel. Yes, yeah, I'm still finding my way around this channel. It's just a gamer category doing my gamer category things right now, yeah. Alright, if you want, I do have a main channel, which is my, my live 2D channel. Yes, yeah, it's called the Caturteer channel. Let me just type you https://youtube.com/Caturteer channel. Alright, that is my main YouTube channel for those who are curious. Yes, yeah. Alright, so do follow. That one is more of my usual work, so I do art, animation, rigging, and all. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Alright, so yes, to end it off, I'm an animator and artist, video, I do live 2D, animation, art, and a bit of gaming. Especially a lot of gaming on this channel because this channel is mostly gaming. And follow me on my socials. Yes, yeah. And yeah, tutorials at my main channel, the Caturteer channel. I don't have the shout for my gaming channel yet, yeah, but if you're on my gaming channel, you're here, right, yeah. And you can catch most of my live streams on twitch.tv/Caturteer. Yeah, you can find out more at cattertier.com, which I should be updating soon, yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone on YouTube. Billy. Oh yeah, I have my other channel, which is Doku Katsu. I'm going to update stuff there soon, like in the midst of editing. So alright, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye, yeah.